Welcome back to the Unfiltered Podcast. I'm the Beep.
I am the Keb.
St. Joe and Hezzy.
And we're glad to be speaking into your faces, into your ear holes tonight. Guys, how you doing?
Doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing okay.
St. Joe, have you recovered from your weekend mass?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good.
Did everybody stay for the blessing this time?
Yeah. Yes. It was very nice. Mother's Day blessing was very special.
We do want to wish everybody, hope they had a happy Mother's Day. All the mothers out there.
All the mothers out there. Speaking of which, I was at an Episcopal cathedral this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
You ever visited the one in Jacksonville?
I have.
It's quite a sight to behold. It really is. This is a really
They
nice
like
place.
to behold things there.
Oh, Keb, you're killing me. They had to bring the cops in. That was fun
Why?
because I'm fairly certain a homeless man was in the. It's not called the audience. What's it called?
The congregation?
Yeah, he was in the congregation. Started shouting at someone.
Of the three of us, who is the ordained one here?
I am.
Of the three of us.
Well, technically, you are if you're an elder.
Yeah. I'm talking like minister, dude.
Mm-hmm. This guy right here.
Yeah, you should know the damn word for the people that go to, the place with the thing and the people.
Yeah. Thanks for the specifics on that one.
You should know.
I learned
They congregate.
I learned what the term vestry meant. I didn't know that
I
one.
don't even know what that term is.
The vestry, do they have that in Catholicism?
Yeah.
The vestry? Yeah, you're part of the vestry, Keb.
Is that like the red room of pain?
No.
No, it's the elders of the church who aren't ministers.
So it's the wannabes.
I don't know. Is that what you are?
Definitely not.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think that's a proper definition.
Yeah, definitely not. Pastors tend to get pissed at me when I ask them why there's no Wi-Fi in the, in the sanctuary.
No Wi-Fi in the church.
No.
Well, I guess they're just scared of a invisible power that actually works.
Yeah, I wish that joke was funny like the fifth time I heard it.
Wow. Wow.
Speaking of jokes, my son told me a joke this
Oh,
week.
shit.
Oh, here we go. So you gave him opening.
What's the difference between criminals and orphans?
What?
Criminals are wanted.
Wow.
Wow. That's great.
That could be construed a couple of different ways. Like, what's the difference between criminals and women?
Ugh. I don't know.
That's great.
No,
same punchline? I thought you were going over
same
a different joke.
punchline. Dude, you could go like a bunch of different ways.
That's just great.
That sound that you hear right now is everybody clicking the fuck off.
That's just
I'm saying that's enough of that. That guy right there, he needs to quit talking.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
You just want to throw an aborted baby in there and just cap it off?
a what?
An aborted baby? You just want to throw that one right on top of it?
No.
Okay. All right, great.
No.
He's teeing one up for you there, Kev. He's ready for you to talk about
No,
this.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out if I can afford to piss off that maybe. You know what though? Last week, Beebs, in your absence, I don't think I actually pissed anybody off.
No, I probably don't think you did.
I don't think I did.
No.
The week before, I didn't either because St. Joe did.
Was that the week
That
before?
was 2 weeks before.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Whatever. They're
It's
all
okay.
running in together.
Mhm.
That's all right.
They're starting to run in together.
We're going to see if we can piss somebody off this week.
Hope not.
That's what you
Well,
say.
while we're talking about Roe v. Wade. No, I'm just kidding.
We're getting ready to get the Keb's take on this one.
Talking about a cliffhanger.
Oh.
Nice. It's called a teaser. You should know about teasers. You're Catholic.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I've had a few in my life.
Oh.
You know, I heard, dude, somebody today was going back and forth, and they said, "Well, you know, if Jesus were to live in today's time, and like they like live stream like the crucifixion, if it were on fucking YouTube." Right before he goes, you know, what did he say? Beebs, help me out here.
He said a lot of things.
Into your arms I give myself, or something like that.
Into your hands I
You
commit
know.
my spirit.
That one. Well, right before he says that on YouTube, it'd be like 15-second ad. You know?
And we'll be right back after these words.
Jeez.
You come back. After
Got to make sure it's
15-second ad.
monetized, right? Got to make sure it's monetized.
Yeah, I mean, and
What would the ad be?
Knowing YouTube, the ad would be for fucking some hardware company, Ace Hardware.
Exactly.
You know, and they come back, Jesus is dead. I'm like, fuck, what'd I miss?
You missed the most important part, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
It'd be
whatever.
an ad. It'd be an ad for nails.
Jeez. Or hammers.
Yeah, exactly. Or a hammer.
I was thinking.
Having a hard
I was thinking
time.
maybe like Propecia or something like that.
Yeah, because Jesus had a hard time growing hair.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
because a lot of people watching are bald.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So you guys
A lot
don't
of
know. You
people
guys don't
watching-
understand the demographic of people who watch Christian films.
They're
They don't
bald.
have hair?
A middle-aged white man.
I'm a middle-aged white man, and I have hair.
Yeah, but you're thinning, aren't you? Or wait, is that Scott?
No.
No.
No, there's just Bob back
Scott's
there,
just
Scott.
gray.
Yeah. I don't get that reference.
Okay. Well, I am bald.
The only person out of the three here that are bald is you.
Yeah, so 33%. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Back to the unfiltered.
Yeah.
It is unfiltered.
We have no fucking point this week. You know?
Wow.
You know?
All right,
Let's
there we
have
go.
some sort of point, okay?
There we
A
go.
inmate and his girlfriend were in Alabama, and after they were fucking, she shot herself in the head. Or I think that's the story. I don't know. It could have gone like totally different, but that's what I got, the gist of it.
Well, just for everybody out there listening, went from Jesus on the cross to some hooker in Alabama dying.
No, she was like a correctional officer
Oh,
that
yeah.
helped this dude
Oh, yeah,
escape
yeah.
or some shit like that. I don't know. I didn't even read the fucking story. I
Did they
just saw the
find him?
fucking cliff notes. Well, yeah, he's back in jail, and they're never going to unshackle him,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they don't care if a lawyer calls and say that they violated his civil rights. It's fucking Alabama. There's no laws there.
Yeah.
There's more laws in Florida than there is Alabama. Yeah, in Alabama, it's actually legal to fuck your sister. And
I thought that was Kentucky.
well, Alabama, they just passed that.
Oh.
They brought in the legislature for a special session to see, because the governor of Alabama wanted to fuck his sister.
I see.
So
So it was like
They
King.
had a
It was like
special
King Henry
session.
VIII, right?
yeah,
Mhm, type
and
stuff.
they brought a special session in for the legislature into wherever the fuck their capital is. I think it's Montgomery, but who really cares? Alabama has no fucking purpose being on the fucking map. Zero. You know, other than college football. Zero.
Oh, and that's
You
where
can have
Arch-
Tuscaloosa and Auburn, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Forrest
and
Gump.
that's
be all
where,
good.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump was filmed in fucking South Carolina.
I know.
Yeah, it's set in Alabama, but
actually, a
dude,
lot of it-
Alabama sucks so much that it has to be portrayed in a totally other state.
Your
And
wife's
a
gonna
lot
come
of-
in there
lot
and
of
just start
Forrest
shaking her
Gump.
fist.
A lot of Forrest Gump was filmed in Savannah.
That's true.
Yeah, well, yeah, the bench scene, But a lot of it, like the Vietnam shit and all that shit, was filmed outside of Beaufort, South Carolina. The only reason I know this is because when you go on vacation with me and there's a movie fucking tour, I make you take it.
Oh, well, that's great. Remind me not to go on vacation
Beaches
with you.
was also filmed there, but we like to call that movie Biatches.
Okay.
Oh,
Glad we got there.
good thing Keb isn't the wind beneath our wings.
Yeah, well, fucking Bette Midler. She was in that movie Get Shorty, where she had the big tits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, I'm just saying.
Thanks for letting us know. Appreciate
That's
it.
great. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, St. Joe, you got a cup of Joe?
That was a fun 10 minutes.
We can keep
More
some
than
listeners.
that.
Wow. That was so. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can let the cat out of the bag with my cup of Joe.
You want me to do it first?
Yeah.
All right.
We thought it should come from you.
All right. Well, for everybody out there listening, I'm not going to be on the podcast anymore. Well, not as often, I guess. I'll be back here and there and to and from, I guess. But I'm stepping down from the podcast, and we're going to have a new host kind of step in for me. I just had some things going on in the family realm that I'm going to be taking a break for, and also was thinking of starting some other stuff. So anyway, I'm taking a break from the podcast. There, I let it out of the bag. And you guys don't get to know who's going to be stepping in my place. That'll be for fun. What, next week?
Who's holding it?
Yeah, next week. Actually, so for those of you, we're going to keep it a secret until you hear them. But for those of you who are going forward being like, fuck, man, all we're going to hear is St. Joe fucking sling Swedish jokes. And Keb, all he's going to do is sling Catholic jokes. Those will still be around, but it won't just be all that.
I'm brushing up on my Swedish.
Yeah. Well, I saw that in the text chain last night. I just didn't know what to say.
Oh, that fish, man. If you ever want to look at something that's funny, you got to pull up that.
People
It's
eating
not
it?
that bad. It's not that bad.
No, I've never eaten
Yes,
it.
I have.
But it's
Kevin.
like, say, and Kev's like, oh, what's the name of the fish, Kev?
It's very difficult to pronounce.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to take a stab at it. But it is the translation of it is sour herring.
Yeah, sour herring. And Kev goes,
We just call
you
it
should try
sour
it.
fish.
You should try it. It's like Satan's spawn. And yeah, but it's not that bad. You should try it. It tastes great. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah,
Somebody
if you see the videos of
videotape that.
Well, yeah, if you see the videos online of people trying to eat it, they can't even get it past their. No, I mean, it's hilarious. So
Have you ever had straight horseradish?
Yeah.
The straight horseradish is better.
Oh gosh. I mean, this is just. Yeah, it's funny to watch. Anyway, I came across it somehow, and it was very funny. But anyway,
yeah.
So I think that this is probably going to be I'm going to ask Keb to do a shared cup of Joe.
Okay.
And I think that it's going to be the things that I'm going to kind of steal Beeb's little things we learned.
Oh boy.
But it's going to be the biggest things we've learned about Beebs.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
So you can chime in.
Do I need to
anytime?
Do I need to brace myself?
Well, I mean, the whole concept of our show, that is to see what we can do to make you facepalm.
Right.
So
Here we go.
There could be some things that come in.
Okay.
But kind of the biggest things that we've learned over the course of the last.
I actually learned one last week. And not to put Beebs on the fucking spot.
Oh boy, here we go.
Which I've been known to do. But I just thought this was fucking funny. So, Beebs, we're talking to Pixie last week.
Mm-hmm.
And St. Joe and I are doing the wrap up. And I'm giving him shit about pissing off another podcast. And I'm giving him shit and all this. And then it gets to the part where we're at the end and we're always like, hey, go, where can they find you and all this good stuff. And so I may or may not have said, hey, please out there, will you go follow Beebs because the motherfucker needs some fucking followers, because he's got like 30. And Pixie pulls up her Twitter and then shows it, and it says Beebs has blocked you.
Yep. Already been
I don't
blocked.
remember doing that.
Yeah.
Very funny.
She
And so
never talked on my. I don't remember ever blocking her. That's funny.
Yeah. So after we're off the air,
That's funny.
we're talking to her because we learned on this medium that we record on that if you're a guest and we kick you out like we used to do on the former one,
Right.
it doesn't upload you.
Well,
So anyhow, we were talking. We are like, I guarantee he has no clue that he did that.
none.
Very funny.
I don't remember doing it, but
So I learned that Beebs has actually blocked somebody. That's funny.
Very funny.
there are a couple of annoying accounts. Now, if she kept popping up over and over again on my feed, I probably just said, you know what, I'm tired of this. I don't know who they are, so I'll just block them.
But I wanted to give you the opportunity to make it clear that she didn't do anything to offend you.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
No,
Honestly,
maybe not.
I was probably back when I first got on Twitter because I was following you and like whoever follows you, and she was probably like on the episode. She's all over social media, right?
Oh yeah.
So she probably I didn't know who she was. She kept, and here's the deal on social media. This is why I only have 30 followers. Is because I don't care. Like I only follow people I know, right? And if I don't know you or I haven't like contacted you through my friends or something like that, I don't follow you. So that means I don't have a bunch of follow backs. So if I didn't know her and she kept popping up on my feed, I probably just blocked her. So sorry about that, Pixie. Thanks for stepping in last week. I mean, I meant no harm or offense. But yeah, that's freaking hilarious.
It is very funny. It is funny.
But if you're out there and you're on Twitter, go follow me. You can read absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Unless something happens earth-shattering in soccer.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I learned too is that you mentioned this on I don't know, a couple things back, is that your upbringing was a little bit limited. And we've
Are you talking to me or Keb?
No, you.
Oh.
These are things we learned about you.
Oh yeah, I'm vanilla. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like you said, you were only allowed to watch, movies growing up that when they were 13, you went to the PG-13 movies. When
Sure.
They were
yeah. We had rules, conservative rules. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And then that was became evident when we did like the movie history and things like that, movie trivia, that you were a little sheltered
behind in,
for lack of a better term. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Just
you couldn't tell that by just hanging out with me.
Well, no, it's all good, but it just makes it be that you just don't want to be picked for the trivia team.
Not for the movie trivia team.
Not going to have you on the team for the trivia team.
No.
Well, let me ask you this: what is the worst movie that you have ever seen?
Worst movie, like, okay, define worst.
Okay, I'm gonna go either way. Worst movie, like I'm gonna fucking walk out this motherfucker.
I walked out of Tropic Thunder.
Are you kidding me?
I walked
The
out.
movie's hilarious.
When I walked through it, when I watched it again, I guess there was really some funny parts. I'm not gonna lie, there were some funny parts, but at the time, I was with my wife, and the F word is prevalent in that movie.
Sure.
Yeah, so we both got kind of like, they said it a lot, like every other word. So we just kind of walked out because we got tired of them saying it. And the movie at the moment wasn't really that funny to us because we kept you get focused on the thing you don't like, right?
Right.
Right.
And so you walk out. So I walked out of Tropic Thunder, but that's the only movie I've ever walked out on.
Interesting.
But it was just because everything was a curse word.
Now, what movie made you feel the most uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
Like with sexy time.
Ah.
Bad baby.
You know, I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't really know that there was one that made me feel that uncomfortable. So
Interesting.
yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really watch a ton of movies, which you guys already know. So
Have you ever watched an X-rated movie?
are you asking me if I've ever watched porn?
Like a full length, like Debbie does.
No,
Dallas.
no,
Taboo.
no.
Honey, I fucked the kids.
Is that an actual film?
Did you see the new Disney? Did you see the new Disney movie?
What you got?
Oh boy.
No, the Jasmine and Ariel movie. Yeah, the porn stash pod had another one come out that I was going to send you, but wow, I didn't know if you could handle that one.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you not sending that.
It was a transgender Ariel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
But,
that would have been too much for me. You know.
Yeah. All right. What else you learned, Kev?
Well, I learned that he hasn't watched an X-rated movie.
If you're asking me if I've never watched porn, that's a whole different question.
Yeah, we don't need
But
to
it's
get
not a
into
movie, right?
No.
I mean,
It's not like a
not for
feature
me.
film, right? Debbie Does
It's like
Dallas is like a feature film, isn't it?
It is.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, you had to go. You had to do too much work. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was like like back in the day, if you wanted to be, so I've heard, folks.
Allegedly.
Whatever do you mean?
Back in the day, if you wanted to, I'm gonna get killed for this. Say, Joe, and you'd know better than I would, but because you come from these people. I'm not saying you're one, but you come from these people.
Mm-hmm.
But pedophiles are motherfuckers. And it used to be that you had, as a pedophile, you had to work for that shit. You had to get yourself a van, and you had to get some Skittles, and you had to
It's funny that you brought that up.
Ice cream truck, or whatever. And now you just get on fucking internet, and then hope that if you go over to their house that Chris Hansen doesn't pop out the fucking, what you call it.
Right.
So, but I forgot where I was going with that. I got so caught up in St. Joe's people.
You got lost.
That
I'm not even sure where we started now.
But so it's kind of like that is these people from Wyoming.
Oh, jeez.
I looked up Sheridan, Wyoming,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to ask Beebs. What I learned about Sheridan, Wyoming is that if I lived there, I'd probably have to kill myself.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's a motherfucking thing to do over there but ride a fucking cow, and don't leave your fence open because we learned that that's a fucking against the law,
Hefty fine.
Kev, you said you fly. Kev, you said you fly fish.
Yeah, but not at 2:00 in the morning. I mean, are motherfucking bars over there?
Oh my gosh, there's a bar on every corner. Are you kidding me? You never heard
of
of the
bar on every corner?
You've never heard of the Mint Bar? You look that up;
No.
it's world famous. Some of the most famous people have gotten drunk in that bar.
Okay.
The Bozeman. Are you kidding me? Some of the best beer in the United States comes out of that place. You just don't know. You need something to do on a Friday night. You wouldn't have a hard time.
Is there an amusement park there
In Sheridan, Wyoming? Yeah, it's called the Rocky Mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there bordellos there?
No.
No bordellos.
Yeah, not in Wyoming.
A couple of churches though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It just didn't look like a bastion of fun, like Las Vegas.
No, it's nothing like that. No, you have to be
You know.
super excited to be spending time outside.
I mean, it looked like the biggest building there was about 3 stories.
That does,
Yeah.
That does bring me up another thing that it's funny that you mentioned Wyoming because I did also learn that Beebs doesn't like nuts in his mouth, and I learned that from Wilcoxon ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that one of his favorite ice creams does not have nuts in it, and he can't stand nuts in his mouth because of it. So yeah, that's
It's called
little tidbit for you.
It's called Graham Slam.
That's called Grand Slam from Wilcoxon, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep. That was
Dude,
that
that's
was an
a good
interesting
one.
little
That's a
tidbit.
good callback right there. That's a good one right there.
Little tidbit there, and yeah, there was oh man, there was one other one when you guys were talking that I was thinking about too that was back in the early days too, where we learned a little bit about the Beebs. Oh, I know what it was. One of Beebs' earliest jobs was that he was a 911 dispatcher, or
Operator, dispatcher.
operator.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
So
So he was
yeah.
he was giving advice to people on or not giving advice, but really
saving lives,
what-
man.
saving lives.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Full
It's coming
circle.
full
We're
circle.
back. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, he went from saving lives to staying alive because if you don't remember correctly, Beebs was a ballroom dancer.
Oh my goodness. Now that's a callback. Absolutely. Yep. How'd you find that out? Did I tell
And
you
He
that?
told us. Yeah.
I know things about people. And
You want to? Okay, you want to hear something funny? Okay, I'll tell you
Sure.
something funny about this. So, and maybe I already told you this, but I went to ballroom dance camp.
Wow.
Do you
I
know
don't
where?
know.
Do you know
It's
where?
one
They,
time
know
at
if I would
ballroom
admit
dance
that.
camp.
take a wild guess where this camp was held.
Where?
Brigham
Yeah.
Young University.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Did you know?
Was it at Brigham Young?
Yeah. So, one.
Kev's
I
just
got
like Kev's like what? What?
Provo, Utah is like the cleanest city in the world. Like it was so clean, but that is where BYU is located. But I had no idea until that moment that apparently Mormons love ballroom dancing. Did you know that? Some of the best ballroom dancers in the world are Mormons.
Wow.
Didn't know that until then.
Well, that's because that they have many practice partners because if one wife gets tired, they just use the other one.
Right.
That's right.
But also, little known fact that if you are the only straight male in the ballroom dance camp, there are lots of pretty females at the ballroom dance camp when you're in high school. That's something I didn't know, but that's something I learned. Yeah.
Whatever do you mean? I don't understand.
Is that where you learned the triple sow cow?
Yeah. The triple sow. Yeah. Camel. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good. That's
triple
good recall
sow
right
cow.
there, Kev. That's good recall right there, man.
That almost became the triple sow cow. Almost became the title of that episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It
The
was
triple
close.
I
sow.
can't remember
camel
what we
toe.
titled it.
That was pretty funny. Yeah. Oh, Dong
Yeah.
Dong. Was Dong Dong in the Brigham Young ballroom dancing class?
Was he there? Was he there on his trampoline?
That would have been a classic.
Oh,
man.
man. That's good.
I'm trying
right
to think
there.
if there's anything else that we've learned about Beebs. We learned that he sports a nice robe
He does.
to do the pod.
Yeah, and we're full circle tonight for sure.
Yep.
Brought it out.
And yeah,
I remember when we were giving him shit about that, and we were like wearing one. I wore one time.
it was. You did. You wore was it a Christmas one?
Well, I had the Christmas jacket during Christmas.
Yeah.
And then you started going off about hookers in Mexico, and so I decided not to wear that anymore. And then that's probably one of our more memorable, because I know there's a couple of people out there that when we like would get silly and just like fucking lose it, and we're just like laughing on on air, I guess, and not really saying anything.
Yeah,
I don't know
can't talk.
how.
Yeah,
right. I don't know how good of podcasting that is, but I don't really give a fuck. It's funny,
It's very funny.
Yeah. I will say, guys, that is the one thing that I will be looking forward to anytime I visit, but 2, it is the one thing I will miss about our, when we're podcasting. Granted, we will still have laughing bits outside of the podcast, but that is one thing that I will miss, is the laughing so hard you can't get control of yourself. Then, that's good time, and it's much needed most of the time. So I'll miss that. But
That's
you guys finished?
Yeah, I can't think of much more. So
nice to know that I'm a very in-depth person. There's so much to know about me. So
I'm sure there's more, but yeah.
So my segment, I switched it up to this time because I was like, I got to send these guys out, right? Because so I have a list in no particular order of my favorite Keb and St. Joe moments. Are you ready to hear them? And you can add to these if you guys would like. All right. One, I will miss Keb's drinking hard Mountain Dew. He gets a little bit funnier every time he takes a swig.
Yeah, a couple of times, I've stopped that because I'll get to. For those of you that don't know, we record this on a Tuesday night, and we had to produce it. Goes out 3:00 in the morning on Wednesday morning, and the more that I drink, the more that I want to drink, and the next thing you know, St. Joe is texting me in the morning, going, "What the fuck, man? You have too many last night. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
The sound quality on that one's a little shitty, Keb.
Hey, man, you forgot to put the fucking intro on there.
That's right. Hold on a second. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, that's right. So I would say from the very beginning, one of our best episodes, and not episodes, but my favorite kind of diatribe was the Epic of Dong Dong.
Oh, dude.
For sure. Like that story has lived on forever. I mean, and we even talked about, Scott brought it up.
Yeah.
Just for 5 minutes.
For those of you that don't know, Dong Dong is a Chinese trampolinist and has the greatest name in the history of any Olympic sport. That dude has got a fucking career on fucking Pornhub. And
it was funny to see Mike Tirico try to say it when he was
with a straight fucking face.
Yeah.
You should have seen when fucking Snoop Dogg and Kevin Hart got a hold of that guy. Snoop Dogg couldn't keep it together.
It was funny.
All right, so the next thing that I since we talked about, his career at Pornhub, the one of the other episodes, and probably one of our best listened to episodes, is St. Joe and the Latin Lover, and mostly because of the story of the Catholic Church trying to buy the land from who are they trying to buy the land from?
Okay, so it goes like this. Did I tell this last week? I've told it a couple of times.
No.
But Yeah, so St. Joseph's Catholic Church. That's the actual name of it. I'm not saying the church that St. Joe goes to. But in Jacksonville, there's this big old conglomerate Catholic church called St. Joseph's Catholic Church. And on this one road, they've been trying to buy this property for at least 20 years. And the guy who owns there has a big sign that says Catholic Church #GFY. And he won't sell it to him because he's a porn producer and the Catholic Church breeds evil. So, no, I'm just kidding.
Terrible.
And, you know, if we ever do this thing in like the same studio, you know, Catholic jokes go out the window because St. Joe's going to bring a bat with him, you know? And so, anyhow, so the porn guy won't sell it to him. They've offered him millions of dollars. He still says, hey, go fuck yourself.
Nice.
True story.
Yep.
One of my favorite stories about St. Joe was the Counting Lamborghini stories, where he's with his son at the Tampa Bay night. What's the name of the nightclub?
It was
wasn't Mons Venus, was it?
No, it's a famous one. Wasn't a dollhouse either. Might have been a dollhouse.
There's a dollhouse in every city.
Yeah, it was right across the street, and I forget the name of it, but there was a lot of Lamborghinis.
Yeah,
there was a lot, and every time one pulled up, he let me know. Yeah, there's another Lamborghini. What color is it? This one's red. Yeah, it was great.
one of my other favorite St. Joe moments was the arrival of Martika and Uncle Jaime.
Oh yes,
it was like St. Joe's coming out party.
It was a Christmas miracle.
At least that lasted at least 4 episodes.
Oh, it was a Christmas miracle.
Dude,
it all started with the trivia contest.
That's right.
Trivia questions.
Ouch. Yeah, I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Funny because Kev just asked some innocent questions.
And you just ruined it. And by the way, you got us banned on TikTok. So there's that.
You know, it was an accomplishment.
What's funny about that is they put us in like a timeout on TikTok, but they didn't remove the video.
Oh my gosh! Did you tell the story about your mom? This is the perfect spot for it, Kev. I don't think you've told the story about what your mom said.
Refresh my memory.
Yeah, when your mom listened to the episode.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to do that.
Which episode?
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, oh man, can you tell me later? Because
yeah.
Because I really want to know now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
So
okay.
One of the
thanks, dickhead.
one of the
now
other
your sister's gonna say, "All right, great, way to go, way to go."
Clean it up, Cab. Clean it up. You know, I raised you better than that. Clean it up. I don't understand why you're just sitting there talking to hookers and telling people to go fuck themselves. Clean it up. I raised you better than that. That's more or less what I was.
Why is St. Joe talking about Martika?
Why do you always talk about hookers? And who is Martika? And who is Uncle Jamie? Mom, I think it's Jaime. Yeah.
That's St. Joe.
Why are you talking about young women? You're a married man.
That St. Joe seems like a nice young Catholic boy. Why is he gonna be like that?
No shit. Okay, so this is along the same lines. So I have a cousin who whose name I'm not gonna say his name out loud, but his name and his wife's name are the same. They sound like the same name. They're just spelled differently.
Right.
So, but they sound like the same name. Anyhow, when they live in DC. When he brought her around to like introduce to the family was about when Pope John Paul II died. Right, so the college cardinals are over there in the Vatican trying to pick a new fucking pope, right? And that's everything that's on the news. Well, fucking, me, so I'm fucking all over this. I don't understand why they wear red. I don't know this. I mean, do they have to get a new hat constructed? All this shit like anti-cat. I mean, I wonder, do they have to train the new pope to fuck the kids? Just shit like that, right? Yeah, is there a Pope manual, of hey, I got to wave like this.
You want to know what the manual is called? It's called Poke the Pope.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever, and I mean, do they have to ride around in that Pope mobile, and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going off on this, and I'm drinking whiskey at the same time. So the more I drink, the more rough it gets, and the more XPG it goes from starts at like PG, and then it'll go to like RRR really fucking quick. The more I go, and fucking my cousin comes. I go in the kitchen to get another drink. My cousin comes in. He's like, Kevin, with all due respect, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, she's Catholic, and I'm not talking like Catholic, like maybe I go on Easter and Christmas. I'm talking like Catholic, like that. And I'm like, well, ask her why they, move around the priest after they fuck the boys. And, and so he's like, she doesn't find that funny like that. And I was like, anything's funny. He's like, that's not funny to her. You should marry her. So fast forward to when they get married. They got married in a Catholic church. Well, my cousin is one of those Bernie Sanders guys that really doesn't care for organized religion, you know? Yeah. And so they couldn't get married like in the proper church. They had to get married in like the church over here, like like, I don't know what it's called, But this guy came out, and what was funny, and my sister was sitting right next to me, what was funny is the guy came out in a funny hat. And I was like, should I say something? She's like, shut the fuck up. The whole time, my mom's like, clean it up, Kevin.
Bring on
clean it up.
That's a good one.
That's funny.
That St. Joseph sounds like a nice young man. Mom, he's older than me. Yeah, but he had a good Catholic upbringing, and you're just a heathen.
She's not wrong.
It was, yeah.
This is not how you were brought up.
Oh, Mom. Yeah.
Where did the Christmas tree go? Well, yeah. It was very fun. It was very fun.
What's funny, St. Joe, is I actually had our discussion about ice cream written down here. I will forever.
That's very funny.
I will forever remember your line. Did you say Will's Coxon?
Yes. Yep.
I thought you said you didn't like nuts in your mouth.
Yep. That was hilarious.
But I'll remember that forever. I will. Kev, you are good at sharing stories. And the way that you shared the story about searching for trash bags was brilliant.
Yeah.
So
it's in the delivery. It
wasn't his story.
That was actually a listener.
Yeah, it was all in the delivery. Not that the story wasn't good though.
The story was first time I read it. When I get those listener things, and I've got one like in reserve, from the same guy, and I'm not giving him like every fucking, but he does have entertaining stories, and whether they're true enough, I don't really give a fuck. But you kind of got to add shit to them a little bit to kind of make them entertaining. Yeah, because not everybody is such an accomplished writer as I.
Fair.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I will. I Keb, something about you. I will forever enjoy your ongoing feud with driving in the rain with hazard lights and stuff like that. So I look forward to driving with you in the rain at some point. By the way, Saint Joe, he calls me while he's driving still. Does he call you when he's driving?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you get to experience this while you're driving, right?
The best part about it is that he just calls and he's like, "You're never gonna fucking believe this." He just cut me off, and he doesn't even answer the phone. He just goes right into it. He just is like, as soon as you pick up, you're like, "Hello, guess back," and he's already in there. He's in mid.
Because both you guys answer the phone the same way. You're like, Kev, and I'm like, you know what fucking pisses me off, this motherfucker.
Well, my other favorite is we're just having this nice calm conversation. He's like, "Hey asshole!" Just in the middle of the conversation.
Yep.
Where the fuck you want me to go? Yep. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine what I say when I'm not on the phone.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
So, second to last. Anytime we have a talk about midgets.
Yeah.
Listening to Kev,
the lollipop down.
But the story that you told about the midget and the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The listening to you yell, "Where are you? Where?" Yeah.
Is it a little hammer?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a Kev right there.
Mr. Listener out there is going to be, fuck, I got to go back and listen to all these.
That's exactly why we're doing this, by the way.
That's very sure.
Last but not least, Kev's dream about having a food truck selling Skittles.
Oh gosh,
that conversation was one of my favorites because in the middle of it, the reason we got to that was, what would you do if you won the lottery?
Yep.
And I stopped in the middle and I said, "Am I the only one here that would do something, to help humanity?" And what did Kev say?
Fuck the world.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't know that was coming, but and then we we got to hear about his dream as to where he would own a food truck, then sell Skittles out of it to kids, I presume. I don't know to who, and who was going to be the guy manning the state. Who was going to be the guy manning it?
George Zimmerman.
Yeah, we're gonna put that guy to work. He's having trouble finding a job.
Yeah, but
you would think that they'd give that guy a job and security, but
I think the best part was that Kev didn't actually at first get the correlation, and then the next episode he was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize that he had Skittles with him when he got shot." And I'm like, "Yep."
Oh, okay.
I got some flack for that too. Some people that it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are like, "Do you think George Zimmerman needs a job?" Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. It was. He's probably in the corner selling tea now. Oh, there's another
dude.
joke.
I'll tell you what he should do. He should get a fucking job at McDonald's and scare the fuck out of all those fucking people because they suck.
Yeah. They're hiring. He should get a job at the McDonald's on San Jose.
Seriously,
go visit it.
That place sucks, man. I don't know if you watched the other night.
I did.
Yeah, I mean,
it was funny.
4 people watched it.
It was very funny.
But I gave a shout out to Beebs on there.
It was very funny.
Boy, I need to listen to it. I saw it posted. I just never went and saw it.
Yeah, it's not by name, but I'm like, hey, you know who I'm talking about.
It's very funny.
Yeah. All right, well,
it was funny.
I got something to go do after this. Yeah, there's only there are a couple things I won't miss. I won't miss the Atlanta Braves updates and the constant
currently bottom of the 6-3,
and the constant World Series champions Atlanta Braves. Even though we got paid plenty for that.
You got to get it right. It's 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves.
Oh, thank God. Anyway,
$50.
I got another $50.
Yep. Won't miss that. And the other thing that I am very proud of, there's one thing I'm very proud of with this show, and that is that I won the tournament bracket challenge.
You did.
Yeah, I overcame
I
overcame all the odds to win the March Madness bracket challenge. There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
And I know you guys
That
don't
and a
care,
quarter
but I
can
care.
buy you a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But that's that's my segment.
All right.
Nice.
So I had a couple things prepared here, but just like I do, been known to do with my stand-up set, I'm standing in the back hall and I'm changing it. So, and if you've ever seen a comic do that, it doesn't ever really work out that well. But you know what? Fuck it. So the story that I'm going to tell is one that I don't think I've said out loud. I mean, it happened. So, back, let's say, early 2021, and I was plugging along, getting some shit off my chest, running out of shit to say on a podcast called Keb Unfiltered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, had a professional intro and a professional outro, which by my admittance was the best part of the fucking show. Other than the fact of every now and again, you know, a joke would hit or anything like that. But if you've ever done one by yourself, you know how difficult it is to keep it fresh and not just ramble and go on and on and on, and how you really appreciate somebody else to talk to. So I remember I was in my car one day doing this horrible job that we've all done. And
Oh, jeez.
you guys had smartened up and got
we
the fuck
left.
out. Yeah. So left me there by myself. Thanks, fuckers. And you know, I was talking to Beebs on the phone, and I'm just like, dude, you know, we have these great conversations. How about you just come on the podcast with me? And he's like, okay, you know. And our first conversation on that first episode, which at the time was entitled There Is Another Welcome Beebs, I retitled it in the beginning, and only one person has gotten that fucking joke. And but our first conversation was about the conspiracy that the
I can't
that
believe
the
I didn't write this
Catholics
down.
that the Catholics needed to answer for their sins. And Beeb says, and I don't ever think I'll forget this, Beeb says, but they're not all part of the conspiracy. And I said, yeah, but they have to answer for they have to answer for it. And he says, why? And I just, off the top of my head, just goes, because every time I tell somebody I'm Swedish, I got to answer why a chest of drawers is so fucking difficult to put together from IKEA.
I'll never forget that, dude. It was so good right off the top.
And anyhow, so we made that into a clip, which is our number one listened to clip
Is it
on
really?
TikTok, which
No
yeah,
way.
but it's one of our oldest ones
That's
too.
true.
So
That's
naturally
funny.
it's going to
More time.
have,
Yeah.
so it's going to have, so that fast forward that to St. Joseph and the Latin Lover. So we tell that story about the chick who had the guy who I made a Latin voice for,
The
right?
worst Latin voice ever.
Right, the chick who
I
the
want to
guy was going to
spoil
send her
you.
money because she was beautiful, and he wound up sending her nothing because that's how beautiful she was. You know, what's really funny is that same person, and I'll tell you who it is offline, but that same person now puts weightlifting and like exercise stuff on TikTok.
That's funny.
Anyhow, not saying she needs to. I'm just saying that same person, she got like 6,000 followers too.
Wow.
So, anyhow, that one, and we were like, we were giving St. Joe shit, and that's where we named him, or I named him St. Joseph, right? And we told the porn thing, and then the next episode, I think St. Joe was on, right?
Yep.
You know, and so we had a 3-headed beast, and it's been like that ever since. Now, I told you that story to tell you this story. That story's all fine and dandy, but what I'm about to read to you is a enhanced version of that. If you haven't been to our website, you can read this on our website.
Oh, yeah.
I know not many people, because I know which pages are clicked and how many people click them. So I know everybody out there hasn't heard this, if you have read it, thank you for going to unfpod.com to read it. It's been up there for 3 fucking months, at least 2 months. I don't know. But I'm going to read this story because it's a lot better than the actual one I just told. And then I got another one that's kind of humorous. Anyhow, this is our story. On a night when the moon was full, Keb was sipping on a glass of Kentucky whiskey, dreaming of a better life, a life of purpose, a life of principle, a life of nonsense, a life where the most important events of the day circled around time spent sitting on his back porch and watching Atlanta Braves baseball. Certainly our days aren't meant to be spent at jobs that no one wants. We weren't meant to yell at each other over our differences. We were meant to be happy. We were meant to laugh. That's when Keb decided to take matters into his own hands and start recording himself yelling at people in traffic and ranting about nothing for hours on end. One day Keb stumbled, probably drunkenly, upon a young gentleman reading his Bible. "What's your name?" he asked. "Hey, watch where you're going. I almost spilled my milk," he shouted. "My name is Beebs." "Hello, Beebs. I am the Keb. I host a podcast that needs immediate attention. It is of the utmost importance that you join me, and together we can bring balance to the podcast force." "Whatever do you mean?" Beebs asked. "Podcasts don't have a force. They're audio." "You're very literal, aren't you?" "I like that. Join me, and together we can rule the podcast galaxy as co-host and co-host. You could be the nice one." Beebs arose, Bible in hand, and joined the Keb. They embarked on a journey down a dark and uncertain podcast road, not knowing where the downloads would take them. As they traveled down the road to greatness, they stumbled upon a lost and unhappy soul. Beebs walked over to him and said, "Keb, would you look at this? I haven't seen this in decades. I didn't even know that this existed anymore. It's a Bears fan." "That is odd," Keb replied. "And what are those beads in his hand?" "Oh, good Lord," Beebs exclaimed. "He's a Bears fan, and he seems to be Catholic." "A Catholic?" Keb shouted. "I've got a bad feeling about this." Turning his attention towards the Catholic, Beebs explained, "To cheat the podcast charts. Only Joe Rogan has achieved this, but if we work together, I know we can discover the secret. Arise, and henceforth you shall be known as Saint Joseph." Since that day, Keb, Beebs, and St. Joseph made a pact to navigate the long and winding turns of the podcast superhighway. Only together will they spout the nonsense and bring peace and order to the podcast galaxy. The end.
Dun, 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 dun. That's awesome. I think that's awesome.
That's like that's gold. Absolutely gold.
I think that's the best page of our
Yeah.
website.
Do we
mean,
have a lot of
personally.
views on that page?
Not as many as you would think.
Well, we've got one.
Yeah. We do have one. I
That's
started
awesome.
on like a chapter 2, but the sequel's never as good
No.
as the original.
No, never
that
seems
one.
to be
That
that.
was good. That was good.
The sequel's never as good because you're trying to best it and you're trying too hard. The original usually just comes to you, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good,
absolutely.
though.
So
I liked it.
anyhow, the other Storytime Keb's Corner, one of my favorites, that made you guys laugh uncontrollably, was the time I surprised you with Mr. Roger Wright.
Oh yeah. Please tell me you got him.
Please,
again.
a lot of people. No, I don't.
Oh man, that would have been something.
I
man.
tried.
But then we'd be stuck with him in this thing until it was over. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we just don't know. You know what I mean?
I even tried to get him to like record a goodbye. But,
Man.
But he's out and about right now. He hasn't returned my direct message from like a week ago.
Yeah.
But please tell the people that was not a setup. You guys had no clue he was coming.
Oh no.
No.
Not at all.
I had
Not at
not
all.
a single clue. And when he came on, I think I looked at Scott and at St. Joe, and he looked right at me. I'm like, what in the hell is going
Yeah. Yeah. That was classic, man. And I got to tell you, I think that was the start of his 15 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
And because he made the rounds after that, and he, he disappeared. So yeah, he needs to come back. And but that guy, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
That was actually one of my favorite the penultimate moment, like the moment. Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't know what we're talking about, after you finish this episode, go back and listen to the back half or listen to the whole thing. It was a good episode without him.
Yeah.
Go listen to The Legend of Five Dragons. I
Yeah.
think it was in February. It was February because we talked about Valentine's Day because we asked him where a good place to go to eat dinner, and he goes on this elaborate, talking about Thai food, and I even actually made the joke Bangkok, and he called me big boy, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he said his wife really liked Thai food and all that, and so we're like, okay, well, where's a good place to go? And he's like, Outback Steakhouse. Fuck that bitch. Yeah.
It is hilarious. It's just there's some funny nuggets in there that are just.
I go back and listen to it. I go back and listen to the clip.
Yeah.
Because I put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'll go back and listen to the clip, and it's just.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It is.
And what I find funny about it is it's like when I'm introducing him and St. Joe's like, oh my God, no, you didn't,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
That's what I find funny about it.
My favorite part about that whole was, my favorite part was he goes, hey asshole, where's my $500?
Yeah.
Where's my money?
The best part is we've got a couple pieces of merch based off of that whole his bit. So
well, let me share you with this. I'm bringing up Twitter and I'm bringing up my DMs, and I will share with you the last DM I shared with him was this was about the Indie Podcast Bracket Challenge, and I wanted him to help us out with the prank call, right? And said, hey there, Roger. Just wondering if you had time today or tomorrow to help us out with the challenge, perhaps a prank phone call. His answer, how much money you pay? And I said, no money this time, but me love you long time.
Never responded though, did he?
That guy's awesome.
He never responded back.
Man.
But that being said, one last thing. I didn't do this last week. I do want to do it this week. Is that we had I don't know if everybody caught it on Twitter, but we're going to play it for you now, our prank call, because I think it's funny. And I want to make sure that we document this because the idea of Trump supporters never disappoint.
No.
They just really don't ever disappoint. And I wanted to play this for you. It's about 3 minutes long. And if you guys can't hear it, let me know. But we're going to play this for you here real quick. I want to get the reaction of everybody. Mics are still going to be on, damn it. So let's see if this works.
Hi, may I speak to Ray Stevens, please?
This is Ray.
Hey, Mr. Stevens. My name is Beck Paulson, and I'm calling from the Unity Party of Florida. And we're trying to gauge the pulse of the local community. And I have just a short survey, if you'd be so kind as to answer a couple of questions for me.
I don't give to the United Way.
So it's the United Party of Florida.
Oh, United Party. All right, go ahead.
We're a political party.
Oh, great. All right, here we go.
Now, you're registered to vote in Duval County, correct?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Did you happen to vote in the last general election?
Of course.
Okay, and do you identify as conservative or Republican?
Oh, I'm a deep conservative.
No one gets that joke.
Okay. Well, were you part of the conspiracy to overthrow the U.S. government on January 6th?
If I was, it would have been accomplished, but obviously it was a bunch of yahoos doing it. So, no, it wasn't me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, does that make you a Trump supporter, a supporter of Donald Trump?
I voted for Donald Trump, and I like his policies, yeah.
Okay, well, would you consider him a great president?
Absolutely. For everything that he did, considering all the pressure he was under, absolutely. Probably the best ever.
Well, if he was so great, then why did he get beat by a man who spent most of his campaign asleep in a rocking chair in a basement?
Well, that's a great question. We're still trying to figure that one out.
Sir, Mr. Stevens, do you attend church regularly?
I don't know what that's got to do with anything, but yeah.
Okay. Would you share with me which denomination?
I really got to answer that?
Well, it's part of the survey, sir.
I'm Catholic.
Always Catholics.
Okay, Catholic. Now, as a Catholic, do you condone birth control?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so do you condone condom use?
Well, if you're with a hooker or something, yeah, you need to
This
use
is
a
where I'm
condom.
starting to lose it.
You'll
Yep.
get some kind of disease.
So, by that rationale, do you condone the priests using condoms on the altar boys?
Are you with the FBI? Who? Listen, you're not supposed to be bringing up my past. How do you know what I did in my past? I was never found guilty of that stuff. What?
Sir.
Is this the?
you were losing it at the end there. You had to hang up. Yeah. That was
I'm
pretty
like,
funny.
yeah, I didn't know it was going to go that route.
I wrote one of
Yeah.
those. I wrote one of those bits.
You did.
That's very funny.
You did. Yep. So what you gave me the line of the asleep in a rocking chair, right?
It's like if Donald Trump is so great, why did he get beat by a man who was asleep in a rocking chair in his basement for the whole campaign? Yeah.
Dude, Trump supporters never disappoint.
No, it's funny.
They really never disappoint.
But I think the funnier part about that whole thing is that we all know the person that you called, which made it even
Right.
better.
Yeah.
So it was very funny because that guy has even made it even funnier. So yeah, it was very
Right.
funny. But yeah,
So, all right. How about some stupid tweets?
yeah,
Let's
lay
hear
'em
it.
on us.
All right.
We've got 18 this week.
We actually have 4.
All right. Moving in the wrong direction. Okay, here we go.
I couldn't remember if I've done this one before or not. So it sounded familiar, but in honor of Beebs, these are kind of sent his way.
Oh boy.
So I couldn't remember. So, fuck it. We're just going to do it again. This one says brain cells die, skin cells die, and even hair cells die. But the fat cells in my stomach must have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior since they seem to have eternal life.
Nice.
So that's the first one. Second one. Met my daughter's teacher tonight. It was heartbreaking. She was working at her second job. Teachers are the most underpaid, underappreciated, yet most valuable people in the world. So anyway, I gave her $50 for a lap dance, so I'm doing my part.
Jeez.
I saw that one coming.
I was wondering. Yeah.
Yep.
If you guys want to follow a good follow, go follow Wendy's.
Oh yeah. They have some good tweets. Yeah.
And here's one of them. What's the rule to stupid tweet of the week? It's not always the tweet.
The reply.
Sometimes it's a reply. Here's the tweet. How come when the Hulk smashes everything, he's incredible, but when I do it, I'm a whore? Wow. The reply from Wendy's. The Hulk smashes bad guys and saves the world. You smash guys named Chaz, Chad, and Cooper and spread diseases.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh!
And that's
Wendy's
from
did that?
Wendy's?
No
Wow.
way!
That's from Wendy's, dude.
Oh man!
Wow. Wow.
Oh man, that might be a winner.
Wow.
I think this is the last one. Ladies, if you fuck one guy a day for $100, that's $365,000 you made in 1 year. Bitches with degrees not making that. Be your own boss. First reply. Bitches with degrees know that that will only add up to $36,500.
That's right.
So we got the fat cells. We got the fat cells in my stomach. We got the fat cells in my stomach must have accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. We got I guess the fourth one's winning.
Yeah. I think-
We got met my daughter's teacher tonight. She's a hooker.
that
we
one is
got-
pretty funny too, but
Wendy's making fun of I'm a whore.
yeah.
And we got ladies, if you fuck one guy a day for $100, that's $365,000 you made in 1 year. Bitches with degrees not making that. Be your own boss. First reply. Bitches with degrees know that will only add up to $36,500.
Yeah. That's the winner for my book.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
hilarious.
that's mine too.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
So, one more time, the stupid tweet of the week brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. 83 episodes now streaming. We're back daily, and we got specials coming up.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm just saying, yeah, we got specials coming up. We got one string of 32 episodes that are going to be one special, and those are going to be a minute long. And then, big tease, we got we're going to extend the Stupid History Minute. It's a 30 minutes for 6 episodes, but that'll be later in the summer. It'll be after the 32.
Wait.
Special.
Wait. The Stupid History Minute is
Yeah.
going to be 30 minutes?
Correct.
I'm confused.
But then back to a minute.
Okay. All right.
Wait a second. Didn't the Stupid History Minute accomplish something major this week?
This week
You're top
It
of the
did.
charts, aren't you?
this is fucking hilarious. It's funny on a couple of different levels, but because that I would gather that more people know me from this podcast than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on, line or whatever. So they get, fuck you, fuck your mother, go fuck yourself, all that good stuff. And then they tune into that, and what you get is, hello and welcome to the Stupid History Minute. I'm your host. You get
Nice
that,
and
which is
clean.
kind of
Yeah.
part of the joke.
Yeah,
right.
It's kind of like making fun of PBS guys.
Right.
But you got to admit it does have some substance. Like you can almost by accident learn something.
Yeah. For sure.
It's not by accident.
Now there are a couple things that I put in there. I take liberty of that we put in there that are funny. Like today, I'm glad that our friend over at the Two Penny caught that because, and then I'm like, huh? I'd forgotten totally about it because I recorded it a week ago. Anyhow, if you haven't listened to it, Beebs, it's about CDs today.
Okay.
And the first CD was released by a Swedish band named ABBA.
Oh yeah, I got it.
So, anyhow, so we got some new
Shocking that
stuff
you know
going there.
that.
By the way,
I
Stupid
didn't
Tweet of the
know
Week
that,
brought
but
to you by.
I read the tweets, so I knew what was going on.
Okay, Stupid History. Stupid Tweet of the Week brought to you by Stupid History Minute. Streaming now anywhere you download podcasts. Ladies, if you fuck one guy a day for $100, that's $365,000 you made in 1 year. Bitches with degrees not making that. Be your own boss. First reply. Bitches with degrees know that will only add up to $36,500.
So stupid.
So the Stupid History Minute, that milestone was big. What category are you number one in?
The education for kids.
Kev, you
What
are
I've learned-
you are an elementary school teacher. Way to be,
What
buddy.
I've learned about Good Pods is if you look hard enough, you can be number one in anything. I mean, there's a number one in commercialless shit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep. Yeah,
So
That's pretty funny,
I think
though.
it's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that is funny.
I think that's funny. Well,
Yeah.
St. Joe, you got any parting thoughts?
No, I think that's good. And yeah, I think we should wish the Beebs well in his next endeavors.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'll be around. I'll be a fill-in whenever you guys need, for sure. And you
Well,
might
I
see
know
me.
for a fact that Beebs is going to be on our Father's Day episode.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm going to be
probably
storing
be-
up. I'm going to be storing
Yeah.
up jokes.
For those of you that don't know, you can get ready for the Father's Day episode for an hour and a half. We are going to take turns telling fucking dad jokes the entire fucking time.
No
Yeah,
segment,
so you have
just dad jokes.
Yeah, just dad jokes the whole fucking time. It's like welcome to the Unfiltered podcast, and then into fucking dad jokes. You know
Right,
what
as
I'm
a
saying?
pirate, have a steering wheel in his pants.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you this: I did it last year, and it was probably my most listened to.
Oh, it's funny. You can get a lot of
Yeah.
good jokes. You can get a lot of good jokes.
But that's a long time to be telling dad jokes.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be
So
fun.
you got to come up with a lot. But we'll see. And the dirtier, the better.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Which happens to be right. And
Yeah.
if you don't think that that's right, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I got $50.
You got it.
And but yeah, Beebs, man, we're gonna miss you. We really are. And
I look forward to the text chain.
yeah, I hope that.
Oh, you're getting deleted off of that.
Oh
We didn't tell
man,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know who's in control of that one.
might have to take your face off the website.
Yeah, you do what
and,
you need to do. But
yeah.
I will say this has been one of my this has been one of my favorite endeavors, I should say. As it wasn't short lived either. We've been going strong for a
Yeah.
long time, and we have things we can be proud of. So I think you guys are fixing to blow up. So I'll still be a listener and a fan, and I'll be popping in from time to time, but I think y'all are going to blow up. So,
Well,
I look forward to
we're pressing on, St. Joe and I, like we teased earlier. There will be somebody else joining us. I do want to tease this for 2 weeks from now, and our new friend will be with us then. But well, he's not a new friend, but well, maybe for St. Joe, and just kidding. But 2 weeks from now, for the last at least 2 years, every week have put out a tweet inviting a certain type of person onto this program. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Go back through my tweets and try to figure it out. But that's a big tease because we're finally going to have one on this program, and it's going to be fun.
hey, by the way, can we collaborate on questions?
Oh yeah,
All right.
oh yeah.
Dare I say it will be a whale of a time?
That's next week, dude.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
No, in 2 weeks it's I had this chick when I was in high school, and she hadn't blossomed yet, so her chest was.
All right.
There's your tease.
That's
There's your
good enough.
tease right
That's
there.
a good one.
St. Joe, you're looking at me like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. We talked about this earlier today.
No, I know. She's part of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Only you. Let me tell you about the fucking Catholics here real quick. Only you would have a saying like that.
No, I've heard
Yeah.
it. I've heard it from somebody else. But they were Catholic too.
Whoa, wow. Wow. Yikes.
Before we get out of here, St. Joe, is there anybody else you want to piss off? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Man, I got a list of so many more we could use on that.
yeah.
Before we get out of here, we do want to give a shout out. We'll start this trend and see if people follow. We do want to give a shout out to the to our friends over at the Spotlight Cartel.
Yeah.
You know, even though some people don't remember that Keb Lives is part of it, you know, that's cool. You know, but I'm not chopped liver. If you guys got that joke, you know,
Jeez.
today and all that good stuff. I just felt a little left out, man. You know, but the Spotlight Cartel has grown. Other than us and Pedals of Support and the Two Penny podcast, we have added the Jury Room podcast.
Correct.
Am I getting that right?
The jury room.
And then a Nefarious Nightmare, and
Yep.
maybe, hopefully, between the two of them, I can get a Maddie Clifton episode that I've asked every damn true crime podcast to, you know, to do. But and then we had a last member, right, St. Joe?
Yep. I have a podcast is his
Correct.
website, really, our @ handle. And that's a good one. That's a good one. You should check that out. It's got a lot of great information. And if you're not familiar, Vinny is his first name. He released the top 5 good pods list that you see on a regular that come out on many indie Twitter handles that you see, which is great.
And the goal of our cartel is to get as many of the cartel members on there as we can.
Yeah.
Currently, I think there's 2.
Well, we
Maybe.
have three of the top 6, which is ourselves, Pedals, and a 2 Penny, and then
Jury Room
Nefarious
was in there somewhere too.
Yep, Jury Room is number 1, and Nefarious is like I think number 3 on the true crime. So
Cool.
they're all up there.
Yeah. So after you're done listening to this in about 2 minutes, head on over to Good Pods. You do not know how much we appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, and review. You know, we
Absolutely.
really, really appreciate that. We know that a lot of you do it now. And and if you can, spend some time on your app or whatever. You got to go to the bathroom or whatever. You got to do whatever St. Joe does. Then get on there and go check out Pedals of Support. Go check out the 2 Penny. Go check out Nefarious Nightmare and Jury Room, and maybe give them, you know, subscription, rating, and review, you know, as well. We're all about supporting, you know, our friends, and because I feel that they support us.
Absolutely.
Cool. St. Joe UNF Pod on Twitter, correct?
Correct.
Beebs UNF Pod on Twitter, correct?
Correct.
For now, are you going
For
to
now.
change that?
If you guys want me to, I will.
No.
No, we don't care.
All right.
You know,
There
I'm at
won't be
Keb
another
Lives.
Beebs UNF pod, so.
I'm at Keb Lives on Twitter. We're at unfpod.com, at UNFpod on Twitter and TikTok, and _UNF_pod on Instagram, which is getting more traction as of late. So if there's nothing else, the Braves are now losing 6-4 in the top of the 8th. But one last time for Beebs, for St. Joe. My name is the Keb. We will catch you guys next week.
Catch you on the flippity flop.